Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Enter the Gungeon. This time I can feel it. We're gonna at least beat the second floor, but I feel like we're gonna make it to the third. At least beat the third floor. But we'll see. It's probably the last episode of this little session that I'm doing. Just kinda wanted to mix it up, figured I was playing this game a lot anyways, but he's okay. So I wanna explain him in just a minute. Figured I'd mix it up. Already been playing this game a lot anyways. Be a nice little break in a few episodes of Sam and Max and them. So anyways, that was an enchanter. He basically boosts any enemy, but he himself cannot attack. He just makes other enemies a lot harder. By the way, most of these names, aside from Gungeon, are not going to be their actual names. They have ones in the like a little gun book we have here. Yeah, the Ammonomicon. You can see like, oh, if I go down to here to the enemies, like they all have names, like the Executioner or the King Bullat. But I just don't know most of them. Gungeon is just kind of their generic name. That's just mostly what I'm going to call them, but I kind of typically save that name for these little guys right here. I just call these guys like shotgun shells. The other ones are knights, etc. That's not technically their name, but it's close enough. As long as y'all know what I'm talking about. The only time it's ever really going to come in handy is at the end. It shows you what you died to. So you can be like, what killed me? Oh, okay, was that like sniper shell in the corner? The important part is knowing the enemies, not knowing their names. So like those ghosts will fade over time and then come back. They can teleport basically. Knowing what their names is, knowing what their names are, it's not important. It is important is knowing the enemy themselves, how they move, what their attacks are, if they have a pattern. It's important knowledge versus unimportant knowledge. Let's see. You know, I'll pick it up. Double jump! That's actually kind of good. It's going to double the, it'll extend our range of invincibility. It's like these guys. I know these guys can't hurt me. They can only push me. But they have a brother on the next floor who can. No, those guys were purple, the next brothers are blue. And they can hurt you in addition to push you. These guys can only push you, but their main goal is to like push you into cliffs and stuff. Like there's no cliff on this floor. Yo, that chest was freaking loaded. Like it gave us a kind of a garbage gun, but everything else was sick. Not particularly a big fan of the Winchester if it's not obvious. Pretty much anything that's a normal gun, I don't care for. The Winchester rifle's not great. Most shotguns aren't incredible. The pistols are fine. There's a Magnum that's pretty good. There's a revolver that's pretty neat, but most normal guns aren't incredible. Like I think that the Winchester just does more damage than your pistol, but your pistol's faster, so it's kind of like an even trade. And you typically just want better guns, not even guns. But like I said, I can't complain. Got a heart, got a golden casing, which is your money in this game. Oh, we got a key. Go back and get that second chest. So like this flash ray, it's okay. It does piercing. Hits pretty wide area. But I wouldn't call it anything insane. It's not like it's a Yari launcher, black hole launcher, the heroin, the Mega Buster. Spoiler alert. Yeah, whatever, I have plenty of hearts. Plenty of hearts already saved up. Let's see what's going on in here. You've got the homing bullets, those could be nice. Uranium amulet, that could be neat. We'll come back. Alright, so with what we have, I'm honestly hoping for the trigger twins just because the flash ray can hit both of them. But with my luck, I'm going to fight the Gatling Guile. So this guy is really interesting and actually is considered one of the harder bosses on the first floor. I don't think that he's anything too insane. Can I just get one boss where I can get that bullet? Like, I got like I said, the run I had right before this recording was incredible. I got the Yari launcher right out the gate, so I got all 3 of the bullets, because the Yari launcher is just insane. Beat the 4th floor, made it to the Dragon for like the 2nd time ever. Why? I hit the flanks! I accept it. Despite that first chest, this was just a bad run. I would rather just jump into another run on this episode than try to continue and save that run. It wasn't as bad as our first run, but I just didn't care about it as much because I'm just angry now. I'm a little mad. So, figure we'd try to end this last run with a good one. Last episode of the session with a good run, and that wasn't going to be it. Yeah, I kind of like to do a couple of these little roguelites in between, like full episodes of Sam Max where I complete like the little mission before I jump back in. Something with that. I was considering doing a few of these. Some Crypt of the Necrodancer. I also picked that up a while ago. Oh dear. These grenades are kind of annoying if they spawn in multiples. Like, taken out because they should be one of your first priorities just because they have such a massive range of damage alongside their buddies TNT. But at the same time, it's hard to focus on one when there's 3 of them. Although that one just exposed a 3 room for me, so that was nice. What's this? What kind of gun we get? Oh my gosh. Another t-shirt cannon. Are you kidding me? Hidden rooms are awesome because they just, like you saw, I got a lot of free stuff. But they're usually a pain in the butt to find. Like, typically the only way you're really gonna find them, that looked pointless, and it was. Ooh. Explosive rounds. But your any ammo or leftover items you leave at the scene get stolen by the rat. So, like, just using it was better than leaving it. Even if it wasn't really a point. Yeah, you can see the t-shirt cannon's useless. It doesn't do any extra damage. All it does is leave the t-shirts lying around it. Like, it's funny at first, but then it just gets pointless. But hey, it didn't cost us anything. It only cost us a key. If nothing else, it's just extra ammo later without having to reload. That's what we used to get. time. But so it could definitely have been worse. It's not like I said, it's not like it cost us anything. Just shame that had to be our pickup instead of a useful gun. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been kind of in a roguelike mood recently. But I also want to finish up Sam and Max and Digimon since we already took a break from them before with Mega May. Digimon's gonna be on for a while though, so we'll probably at some point take another break from it. We're on like chapter 4 or 5 or whatever. And there's like 20. So, MIG, we do blitz through a couple of them later down the line, but some of the other ones drag their feet. So, like I said, I don't know. That one's gonna be here. That's probably gonna be our main Let's Play for a few months. But Sam and Max shouldn't last too terribly long. Should only, now that I'm back to it, should only be a couple of. If you want to go back and try to get another gun, that chest, just something you actually playable with. Yeah. Well, it could be worse. This isn't one of those weapons that I don't particularly care for, but it could be a lot worse. Actually, we could also be fighting worse. Torture Twins are probably the best enemies to be fighting with. I thought I had a few seconds. Not a few seconds, that's kind of obnoxious. Oh my gosh, we're just getting a bunch of useless guns in this one. A silencer. It fires pillows, and if you're up close it can stun enemies, but for the most part it's useless. Gosh. The reason I did that is because firing off a blank in any room will also reveal the any secret rooms, and you have the best chances of finding a secret room are in chest rooms, just because they're usually fully enclosed on 3 sides without any doors, so they're just usually more likely to hold them. But I don't know. I guess this run could be worse. I mean, we beat the first boss, which is better than what we did last time, but man, like 3 guns in and all of them are trash. Can't they get something good, like a Mega Buster, Heroin, something like that? The balloon gun, which sounds stupid and is, but it's also really good. It's kind of a busted one. Just some synergies. Oh well. There we go. Wasn't exactly how I intended it, but it worked. So these little bat things will kill themselves when they attack. And there are 4 versions. There's the regular bullet, which is probably the least important, it's just a bullet. Shotgun, which splits in 2. The grenade, which explodes on contact. And the bat, which will teleport before ultimately delivering its final attack. These big bats split into 4 smaller ones. When they die and do those wave of little ping pong ball things. So they're not anything too terrible, they're just kind of obnoxious. The Maiden. Another reason that the Lady Maiden is so obnoxious is it's completely invulnerable unless it's firing. I don't like that I had to use a blank before the boss. I also don't like that there's a second boss right there. So this little door over here, if you look up on the right on the map, this boss right here, this thing right here is a mini boss. It's going to give us some rewards for beating it, but at the same time, it is a boss. I just can't see its health. But you know what? We haven't fought one of these yet. Might as well show off kind of what these guys can do. There's a couple of them. There's this guy. Just die already. Oh well, that was, I guess, what I should expect. That was only, oh, I guess we had the bad run beforehand. I was gonna say, the episode's like 20 minutes. But, yeah, sometimes they're worth it because they give you good rewards. There's him, there's like a wizard. And sometimes they're not because they're just gonna kill you. It all kind of depends on your loadout. I knew we were gonna struggle, but I figured that the shell would do a little bit more. But you know what? We have a lot of money, so why don't we go take a look over here and see if there's anything worth purchasing. A Vorpal gun, flak bullets. I don't really know what those do. Not really interested. So buying these will add these to your runs. These will add new upgrades, new weapons. I think I saw platinum bullets are 200. So we'll pick up a railgun. I guess we'll pick up broccoli. So these will start appearing in runs from now on. Gungeon strain. Oh, it's like a virus. And flak bullets. So from now on, those can appear in any of our runs. So that's kind of neat. But I think that's where we'll call it here. We'll pick up this in a few episodes, do a few more levels, try a few more runs, and then maybe switch over to a different roguelike for a little bit. Until then, y'all have a good one. Goodbye.